And how many nationwide? How many people are?
Some in Europe, South America, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
One day, I hope the moon will have
Maybe even Mars. Who knows?
Welcome to the Skittle Squad Podcast. We're glad you're here listening and watching today. My name is David Smith, and I'm here with my absolute fabulous co-host.
I'm Paul Piper.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. It seems like
Awesome.
I haven't seen you in like 30 seconds.
I know. We haven't seen each other in so long. I've forgotten what you look like.
So it's so funny. We've been recording in the studio today for a while. So yeah, this is going to be a great episode. We're super excited for Sister Wanda Eat a Mushroom and Sister Aurora Babylon. So yeah, stay tuned for them. They will be up shortly.
Yep.
So speaking of, in the past, we've talked a little bit about going down the rabbit hole, like in Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels. Yeah. And I will tell you, this morning I saw something that absolutely was just so scary. It really did scare me. So I've seen two reels similar. So I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but it's these amusement park ride malfunctions.
Yes.
And so there's one that it's a big spear and it goes all the way around in a circle. So the first one I saw, and this actually wasn't even a reel, this was a news clip because it just happened. The wheel broke in half. The thing broke in half and it slammed down. And these poor people, I think 23 people were injured. And then the reel that I saw this morning, it was, I think, somewhere over in China, was the same ride. But what ended up happening is the people got stuck at the top upside down.
Is this real or is this AI?
Initially, I thought, was this AI? And then I started doing some research, and both of these incidents were real life because I've seen the AI fake.
Right.
But these were actually real. It took them 30 minutes to get them down. So they were hanging upside down
for that long?
Way up in the air for 30 minutes. And that, honestly, that's one of my worst nightmares. So did you see any of those reels?
So I saw the one, I think I saw the one that you were talking about. I can't remember where exactly it was. It was somewhere, I want to say it was somewhere in the Middle East. Like India or maybe, somewhere in the Middle East somewhere. And I saw that, and it was like they were on this thing that was kind of swinging back and forth, and then it hit something, and then they slammed down to the ground.
Yes, I saw that one. It was so scary.
Yeah, and I was like, holy crap. But some of those are like total AI, and you can tell, like, it's so funny because there's one where they're on that glass bridge in China.
Okay.
And there's an older woman, and she's got this big boulder. And she like falls backwards and the glass all shatters and everybody falls.
I may have seen that.
Everybody falls into the canyon below. Like I was like, okay, that's so not real.
It is really crazy how realistic some of these AI generated videos are now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It really is. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
What other things are you seeing on your Facebook Reels?
So I have been seeing a lot of, there is this couple, and I can't remember their names, but they travel the world.
Okay.
And they always do like these top of the line like flights. So they were on one where it was like a 14-hour flight, I think, and it had its own bedroom. It had like this extensive menu, including caviar and all this other stuff. And I'm like, holy crap. And they're like, typically it would cost, $15,000 to $20,000 a ticket to fly, and get that suite. They called it a suite. But they were getting it for, I don't know, a nominal charge because I think they were using miles or something like that.
Okay.
So to everyone out there, save up your miles so you can do the luxury travel. But I've been seeing a lot of those.
Well, I'm just so amazed with some of these, like, especially in the Emirates planes.
Yeah.
They have these showers for a certain class of seats. And then, like you said, some of them just have a whole suite.
Yeah. There were showers. There was like a full bathroom. I mean, it was like, I was like, wow, on a plane? Because, you know, you travel on a plane, even if you travel first class, I mean, you're still going to the bathroom in that dinky little like closet.
I'm telling you, I really can't wait until I start flying private.
So to have a full bathroom, you know, with a shower and everything, I'd be like, wow.
It's really
like
luxurious.
I would not know what to do.
Another thing that keeps popping up on my Facebook reels are those crazy airplane rides with all the turbulence.
Oh, I haven't gotten any of those.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've seen a lot of those where it's usually everything was fine. And then all of a sudden it literally, the airplane hits a pocket and like everyone hits the ceiling or some crazy stuff like that. So you're not hitting those.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not getting those. But kids, that's also why you're supposed to have your seatbelt on throughout the entire flight if you're not up in a room.
No, I wear my seatbelt religiously through the whole flight. And if I have to run up to the restroom, I just pray to God that we don't hit a bucket of turbulence.
How embarrassing would that be if you were like sitting on the toilet and you hit turbulence?
Oh my gosh, that would be really horrible.
Like, can you just imagine?
Right.
Like, what if the door like opened,
flew open
during the turbulence?
That would be really
and you're
bad.
like right there.
Yeah, that would,
like,
especially since one of the restrooms on, I think it might be an Airbus, is right in the middle of the plane.
Well, yeah. Unless like, you're in first class. If you're in first class, then you get the front
the
restroom.
Front one by the pilot, yeah.
Although this drives me completely crazy because I do fly first class.
Well, you have to with Rick.
Yeah, I fly first class pretty much all the time. But it drives me crazy because I feel like, you know, only first class passengers should be using that bathroom in the front. Like that's designated for us. Yeah. So, but then you see all these people from coach coming through there and I'm like,
so typically what happens is those seats right behind first class are like main cabin extra or Delta Comfort. And so I fly in those seats. And I use the first class bathroom.
Well, see, I would be like, no, you can't. You can't.
It's so much closer.
Because you remember that movie? You remember the movie Bridesmaids? Like when they're on the plane.
Yeah, and there's a colonial woman on the wing.
She's trying to sneak into first class.
Yes.
And she tries to do it over and over again, doing different things. Like, no, it's not me. You know, like she'll put a finger up.
Well, she put sunglasses on.
Yeah, she put sunglasses on and she's like, it's not me.
Yeah, she's like, help me.
Yeah, help me. I'm poor.
I'm poor.
And I'm like, that's what I feel like. Like maybe I'm just a little bit of a snob, but I'm like, I feel like the front bathroom should be just for first class passengers only. Like no one in the coach section should be, you know, using
I have seen flight attendants tell people they could not use that lavatory. So I have think
too. Yeah, I have too.
The airline the policy is really only designated for first class.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm a rule breaker.
You are a rule breaker.
Yeah.
Don't ever fly with me because I'll be in first class and you'll be in coach, and I'll be like, bitch, you need to go back.
No. If we were flying together, we would just all be in first class. I can't have that separation. There's just no way. I know that you would just look down on me as I was walking past you, which that is another thing that just absolutely baffles me is they let these first class passengers sit down.
Yeah.
And then they stare the coach people up and down as everyone has to slow. Girl, you are a mean girl. Oh my God. You're the one that's staring everyone up and down and then putting your nose in the air and looking out the window.
I totally do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because
okay.
I'm like, oh, well, look, we've already got drinks. We've already.
You bitch. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I see how you roll. Okay. So you're just basically like, okay.
No, I'm exaggerating a little bit. I'm not quite like that. But yeah, I mean, I almost, if the flight is going to be a certain length of time, I always fly first class because I cannot, first of all, I can't sleep on a plane, period. I just can't. And second of all, if I'm going to be on a plane longer than 2-3 hours, I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And I feel like coach, they've made so many changes to the coach section that you're like sardines and it's just not comfortable.
Well, here's the thing. So all of the planes have been configured in the economy or the coach section for men or women that are like 5'6", that are like 90 pounds.
Yeah.
So if you're over that, you're going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I sat next to a guy just recently, a couple of weeks ago on a flight, and he was not heavy. He was just like a bodybuilder. And I have broad shoulders and he had broad. I mean, we were literally like fighting for the inches in between the seats. And of course I won. And finally, he gave up and he like went over. He literally put his entire body over the tray. And he just was like basically there completely miserable for 2 hours, but I was comfortable.
Well, the worst flight I ever had was when I worked for a different company than I work for now. And I got assigned to a project in Hawaii.
Okay.
And coming back, the plane had like seats on the side and seats in the middle and then seats on the other side.
Yeah.
It was one of those
It was like a 2-3-2
Yeah,
configuration or a 3.
So I was on the aisle in the middle section. So I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm like, great, there's nobody sitting next to me. I'll be able to stretch out. It'll be a 9-hour flight. I'll be able to, stretch out. Very last minute, this guy who had to have weighed 300 plus pounds.
Oh boy.
Comes onto the plane. And where does he sit? Right next to me.
What?
Was his seat.
You had the whole row open.
I was like this, literally,
the whole time.
for 9 hours.
You didn't ask him to scoot over to one of the empty seats?
I mean, he couldn't.
Oh,
no, because there was somebody sitting.
Oh,
like there was an empty seat in between the two.
There was
of us.
only one. Okay.
Yeah. So that was like the worst flight I ever had because I was literally like this, like
yeah.
for 9 hours.
I had the same experience, but I was actually on a commuter jet. So it was a small plane.
Yeah.
It was a 1-seat aisle, 2 seats. And it was probably maybe 15 rows. And this guy, same, he was probably like 6'4", 300 pounds. And I did the same thing the whole time. I was just kind of like that.
Was it like a propeller?
I think we were actually on a propeller.
Yeah, because I used to be like, sometimes when you went to the Bahamas, like if you've ever flown to the Bahamas, sometimes you'll get on a
propeller
plane.
Yeah.
To Miami, for example, and have a layover, and then you take a propeller plane from Miami to the Bahamas.
Right.
And that used to freak me out, going on a propeller plane, because I'm like, oh my God, what if a bird like goes into the propeller? Like, are we all going to crash into the ocean and die?
Well, with those propeller planes, they feel so different because you're like constantly like left, right, left, right.
Yeah. It's a lot more bumpier.
Totally different.
Yeah, it's a lot bumpier.
Yeah.
So if you ever have to, we used to call them puddle jumpers.
Oh, yeah. Puddle jumpers. Yeah, for sure.
So,
and now the airlines, they don't even give you anything.
No.
They don't give you anything.
No.
I cannot remember the last time. I think American Airlines still gives you beverages with no cost.
Yeah.
But like everything else, food, drinks, even drinks on other airlines you have to pay for now.
First class.
Unless you do first class, which I'm not willing to pay an extra $1,000 for a Coke.
You don't have to pay.
You use your miles.
In first class. No, you can use your miles. When we flew to San Francisco, like when we took our San Francisco trip and went to Oregon and all that, we did first class on those 2 flights. But I told Rick, I said, I'm not going unless we are in first class.
Yeah. No,
because I was like, it's too far.
Right.
So, and plus he's tall. Like he's super tall. He's
very
like
tall.
He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
So he needs the extra leg room.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you don't know Rick and you see him, he can look intimidating.
He's a beefy guy.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, he really is. Yeah, he really is. So let's maybe change topics for a quick second before we have our guest on. I thought this would be a fun thing to ask you. If you could become an expert at something, anything, what would it be? Any thoughts?
Wow, that's a really good question. If I could be an expert at anything, I think if I could be an expert in anything, I think it would be speaking different languages.
Oh, okay.
Like I think, yeah, because I struggle with that? Like, I feel like, did you ever take a foreign language when you were in high school?
Yes, I took 4 years of Spanish in high school.
Okay, and I took French.
Okay.
Because I knew I wouldn't be able to do Spanish because I can't roll my R's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to take French. And I actually took 3 years of French. But when we were talking about, possible places that we would go to move out of the country, if we ever decided to do that, I was like, okay, well, I'm either going to have to speak Spanish or Portuguese or, because.
Well, what about in Ecuador? What do they speak in Ecuador?
Spanish.
Oh,
I
they
think.
Do? They speak Portuguese.
Do they speak
we asked
Portuguese
Brian
in Ecuador? I can't remember. Like some of the countries speak Spanish and
so
some
you need that,
Portuguese. But I find, when I go on the apps, because you can learn, how to speak
we're talking about
language
apps?
Yeah.
Got it.
I feel like I don't retain it like I used to. Like when I was, in high school, it just seemed like French came easy to me.
But not anymore.
And now it's like you try to learn a language and it's like really, really difficult to learn.
Okay.
Especially when you start getting into the conjugating the verbs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
that always threw me with
I was
Spanish.
like, okay, this seemed like it was so much easier when I was learning French in high school.
I think I would probably try to become like some type of financial expert. I would know how
that would
to
be cool.
Invest my money in the stocks and the stock market and different hedge funds and stuff like that.
You should talk to Rick.
I am looking forward to talking with Rick. Yeah, for sure. Because I know he's
he can
very
talk all
savvy
day long.
with stocks.
He can talk all day long about that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And he actually does better than the markets usually.
What's his return rate? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right.
Because all I have is my 401k and I have a couple of other investment accounts. So I'm not into it as much as he is into it.
Right.
So he's definitely all into it. So talk to him.
Remember when Trump first came into office and he was manipulating the stock market?
Yeah.
So I know you had mentioned in a previous episode, Rick's portfolio went down. Did it recover?
It did went down and I think it recovered fully.
Yeah. I think everything did kind of recover.
Back up.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know my stocks went back to kind of quote unquote normal.
Yeah. So I guess there's a reason why they call him Taco because it's like he keeps going back and forth, and it messes with the markets. Stop. Just have a position and stick with it.
Do you think that maybe he's purposely manipulating the markets?
I wouldn't put anything past the current administration.
I'm not sure. But I think that maybe, I'm not sure. Right. But
I wouldn't put anything past the current administration, but I'm like, it's frustrating for me because, as I mentioned on one of the other shows, we have so much to worry about and doing the tariff thing is like the opposite of what we need to be doing right now because it's a tax.
Right.
It's a tax on us. So it means prices are going to go up. And I've seen one of the reels that I have seen are people that have been to Walmart lately and used to spend $100, $150 on groceries and are now spending $300, $400, $500 on groceries because the prices have gone up so much.
It's really, really crazy.
Yeah.
We had been talking with Jason Fields on a previous episode and he had briefly mentioned the rents.
Yeah.
The rents, I have friends that are paying as much monthly rent for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom in St. Pete as my mortgage payment. It's really crazy with the rents.
I moved to Tampa in 2014 and I got an apartment in Hyde Park.
Okay.
It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and I was paying about $1,100.
Oh my goodness, that's so cheap.
Yeah. And now,
probably triple.
You can't even find anything for $1,100.
No, you can't. You can't. The market is really, really tight with those type of rentals.
Yeah, it's like insanely high. So for sure.
Yeah. Well, I know we've chatted for a little too long, so we probably should go ahead and cut short. And we're very excited to have Sister Juana eat a mushroom. Oh, wait, I think I added eat in there by accident. And Sister Wanda Eat a Shroom and Sister Aura Babylon on in just a moment, so stay tuned.
Next week on the Skittle Squad Podcast, Daddy Lance. Like, follow, and subscribe to the Skittle Squad Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and all social media platforms.
Welcome back. We're excited to introduce our guests today, and I really screwed up their names, so I'm going to have them introduce themselves. Go ahead. We're excited to have you guys here.
Hello, I'm Sister Wanda Eat a Shroom of the Tampa Bay Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
And my name is Sister Aura Babylon.
Welcome. We're excited to have you guys here
Thank
today.
you. Thank you for having us.
So maybe just tell everyone a little bit about the sisters and the Tampa Bay
Order.
Order.
Yeah. So the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are a worldwide group of queer nuns
Okay.
that do charitable work. Started in 1979 in San Francisco on an Easter Sunday, right?
Easter weekend.
Easter weekend.
Okay.
And what started off as a group of people just going out for a laugh became something very big.
Oh,
And so
okay.
46 years later, we have sisters around the whole world, thousands of us.
Wow.
In Tampa, we've been around since 2004.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that this is something that that your members are very serious. It's like
we take vows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, explain a little bit about how that process works and how you come up with your name and things like that.
It's a little bit like developing a drag persona, except it's more of a vocational persona.
Mm-hmm.
We do see ourselves as a little bit like the priestly order of the LGBTQ community. So we try to, we take vows to serve our community specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So the process typically starts with somebody just declaring that they aspire to be a sister.
Mm-hmm.
And this is called the aspirancy. So they're kind of like a sister groupie. They come along to all of our events. They're in plain clothes. They're just kind of getting to know the order. And then after a while, the house will vote to bring them up to elevation to a postulancy. And this is more, so it kind of follows the tradition of like a Catholic order of nuns where, we have them sort of start dressing in a way that indicates that they're with us. It's not going to be, the full veil or the full makeup, but it's, sort of getting their toes wet, so to speak. And then after a little while, they move up to a novice. And so they're going to start looking more like a sister like me or Wanda, except they only have a white veil.
Oh,
And so they can, and they have a white coronet.
This thing.
This thing, yes. We can talk a little bit about that as well. But yeah, so after you've become a novice, generally we say about 6 months of being a novice. At minimum, you start working on a novice project.
Okay.
And this can be a community project. It can be an event. It can be a video. It can be redoing our website, just to name a couple of things. And then the house votes to accept that as a project and then accept them as a fully professed member. And then
Now, is this a
vows.
lifetime vow?
Oh,
that they're
yeah.
taking? Okay, so this is a lifetime vow.
Yeah, you're a sister for life.
Okay, wow. So that's great. Okay, and I will make a comment. You guys are looking absolutely wonderful. You guys are looking amazing. So,
That's so nice of you.
Love it.
You are now blessed for that compliment.
oh, thank you. Well, tell us a little bit about the headgear. I mean, I missed the terminology.
This is called what we call a coronet.
Cornet. Okay.
So the sisters around the whole world have different coronets that match the local culture or heritage. So here in Tampa Bay, we've got the Buccaneers, we've got Gasparilla, we've got all that. So back in 2004, our house adopted this tricorn hat as our official wimple.
Oh,
so like in San Francisco, where it all started, they just had like some double D bras that
The
they
ear
put on.
brassiers.
Called an
Oh
ear
my!
brassiere.
Okay.
So
Okay.
You see, and so the sisters can tell each other apart, like where we're from, just by like
cool.
a quick glance. Like in Kentucky, the sisters wear basically a KFC bucket.
Oh,
What?
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's another interesting one?
The cheese wedge is
Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Orlando has the Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh, okay.
Not officially, but
Yeah, and they're the house of the Saint Gertrude, who is the patron saint of mice.
Oh,
So not many
okay.
people know that.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling like I love your cornet so much better than maybe a cheese head or something. I don't know. Is
well, if
that
I
bad
painted
to
this
say?
yellow, it might look like a cheese
It
head.
would look
Oh,
like a
okay.
cheese hat.
Oh,
for
got
sure.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
But I always feel like ours are reminiscent of like some Venetian convent in like old time Venice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, they might be walking around in some kind of similar headgear. But yeah, we have this model you see here, and there's another one we call the treasure chest that we
Okay.
use.
And then for folks that aren't familiar, there's a national house, right? And then there's like local houses, or
All the houses are independent.
they're independent
from each other.
Okay, got you.
There's a
Okay.
mother house, which kind of protects the trademark.
Oh,
um,
got you.
The
Okay.
Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, the San
Mhm.
Francisco house.
Okay.
But we govern ourselves locally. We make our own decisions here in Tampa Bay, and everywhere else they do that on their own too.
And how many nationwide? How many people
50, at least.
Oh, okay.
Not people.
Well, people
Houses.
or houses,
Houses
yeah.
is
So
like
50 houses.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a lot.
And then there's some in Europe, South America, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
One day, I hope the moon will have
Maybe even Mars. Who
seeds.
knows?
We'll get there.
Well, Paul told me that apparently an asteroid might be hitting the moon soon, so I don't know. I think we need to live it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
There-
You know, the asteroid never hits
Indulge.
until after rent is due.
That's true.
So you guys recently attended Pride at the Capitol to lobby against the anti-LGBTQ plus legislation, and you had shared the story with Paul and I, and we were shocked to hear what had happened, and also just really happy. I don't know if that's the right word, but just really happy that you were there representing. And I don't want to give away the details, but maybe share your experience of what had happened there.
You want to?
Yeah,
set it up?
I'll set it up.
Okay.
Yeah, so Drag to Tally is an organization born out of the Pride at the Capitol movement by Equality Florida. Equality Florida brings people from all over Florida every year for lobbying days. It's the first day of the legislative session. And so they bring us into a big auditorium and kind of give us like a little bit of prep work on how to, speak to our senators and our Congress people. And we're
That's great.
given like an Equality Florida person who guides us throughout the Capitol because it is a maze. It is very easy to get lost. And yeah, it's wild how many corners and hallways and offices are just tucked in this huge tower.
Okay.
And like the elevator system is wild. I don't even want to get into it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. But the first day we had encountered a little bit of ire from the Sergeant of Arms and the people that were keeping people out of the chambers and like for public comment and stuff. So we weren't really getting a lot of pushback, but we were receiving some barriers to us being in certain places. Not to say that we weren't able to be there and support the people that were lobbying and giving comment. But
Not to mention that it was also Catholic days.
Well, yes,
yeah.
the second day
That's
we arrived.
right. Yeah.
And I'm walking, I'm just like, la, 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 walking down the hallway. And I go around the corner and I thought that these girls were behind me. We had Wanda and another sister Juana Reaction. We were walking together and all of a sudden these ladies are just like, do you see that? Can you believe they're mocking our religion? We're like,
oh, wow.
I turned around. I was like, I didn't see any of them. I was like, oh, we don't mock, dear. And I just, found them and somebody goes, it's Catholic days, right? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that made a lot of sense after a couple of those interactions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not a hate group.
No.
We're a joy group. Our mission is to spread universal joy
Mm-hmm.
and expiate stigmatic guilt. So I was ready to, look like this and go talk to some Senate committee on state TV if I had to. But it turns out what we were actually called to go there for was to minister to the lobbyists who were there.
Right.
So it turned out that we kind of were keeping them grounded the whole time and kind of absorbing a lot of the vitriol from the Catholic Days people.
Wow. Okay. So you must have been really drained after that.
No.
No, you were okay. You were energized.
I had electricity coming on my fingers for a week.
We were driving home like just buzzing.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, while you were there, you did perform an exorcism, right?
That is right.
So tell folks like what that entails. Like, what did you do? Like, how does that work?
Well, there is a chapel in the like big gallery of the Capitol building. It's very fancy. We took it over, and we had some grounding exercises, and it was all our lobbyist groups that had been there fighting all of this the whole time. So we decided we needed some grounding. We sang a couple songs. We read some poetry. We just had kind of a cathartic experience, letting the stress out from all of this work. But also we kind of were like visualizing. The Capitol building is a big tower.
Okay.
So we were visualizing it to be kind of like an antenna for our joy and emanating this brainwave, whatever you want to call that, to expel the evil from the epicenter of where it may be forming and spreading goodwill and acceptance and equality around the whole state and beyond.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was.
Yeah. Well, it's great to hear that when you left, you didn't feel drained, that you felt so energized.
You could not shut us up, actually.
Wow. Yes. Your husband just put on his headphones in the back seat and just let us go.
I love him so much.
That's so funny. Well, thank you for sharing that experience with us, because it sounds like it was really, really impactful, really powerful, and you did a lot of great work.
Yes. And we'll do it again.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We're hoping to have more sisters at the Capitol next year.
I was going to ask you, so how many of you did go this year?
Just three.
Just three. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Plus a
great.
couple of our saints were there. We had a lot of people from the local community, drag community, were with us, and we actually stayed with them. So it was a lovely experience getting to recharge with our community after a day of lobbying as well.
You guys seem very, very grounded. You had mentioned that you had done meditation. Do you guys meet and do that regularly? Do you have like different like practices or different like ceremonies that you maybe do in private gatherings together? Uh-oh.
Well, before we were ever sisters, we're actually best friends. So
that's so great.
We were in a coven of witches
Okay.
together. And so we do magic. I guess sister stuff is all woo-woo, magic, glitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So
Okay.
yeah, there's some grounding. I do like meditation on my own. I'm a practitioner of Zazen meditation. It's a very formal Japanese rooted Buddhist kind of activity.
Yeah.
I'll be doing some tomorrow.
Okay.
Can you hear the jingling of my earrings?
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry about that. And yeah, we have a walk. We do a walk every Monday together, and we just like ground each other out of all the sister business that's been going on.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
What else do I do? Dance. Just
yeah.
dancing. Going out and dancing.
Yeah.
That really gets your kundalini right.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a practitioner of eclectic witchcraft, so I kind of take on, if somebody asks me what religion I am, I say yes. I love, religion is best taken a la carte. So I, will practice meditations from, a new age background. I can also, go into like a Christian prayer if I feel the need personally. Right. But it's all about really making sure that I'm taking care of myself internally and externally as well. Just making sure that I'm up to speed on my health as well as my brain health, because it does take a lot. We put ourselves out there in a very prominent way, and people come up to you, feel very comfortable with you to speak pretty much whatever's on their mind.
Wow.
And so you kind of have to be a little bit, not guarded, but just a little bit ready and prepared to receive a message that you were not probably expecting. We received confessions.
That's what we call them.
Yeah. We take confessions.
Yeah.
Usually when, usually when we offer, we're like, make it juicy.
Strictly confidential. Unless you're saying it out loud on the street.
Yes. But no, we've received many confessions of people who are going through life and having difficulty with, their family or their friendships or just the world at large, and just being able to be there and hear them, even if I can't do anything about it, just the act of being there, listening, reflecting back, and just allowing them to just be. Because if I can be like this in public, like you can be however you want, baby. Yeah,
but some people don't know that.
Yeah.
I hear you. I agree with you. But and sometimes, like you said, people just need an ear just to chat up an ear. Some people don't have anyone to talk to.
Yeah.
So,
So that's what we call our ministry. And I mentioned our mission, universal joy and expiation of guilt, but our other ministry involves all kinds of things that other groups of nuns may do. So not just like confession hearing, but spreading the good news of acceptance.
Harm reduction.
Passing
out Plan B, passing out
condoms.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a big part of our ministry. That was a big part of the house's ministry in the beginning days in the early 2000s, because, we didn't have PrEP and things that were, as common today.
Yeah.
And then also in the early start of the sisters, they started in 79, which I think you can imagine the years preceding were pretty hard after that for an order of queer people in San Francisco who are trying to spread joy and eliminate guilt. And you're having everything in the world tell you that you deserve this, that you're, that you should feel bad because of who you are. And I think that probably propelled the sisters forward in our mission to spread joy and to eliminate guilt, because
Yeah. I mean, think about it. San Francisco in the 80s. I mean, I cannot honestly even imagine.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you were losing so many friends.
Yeah.
And then the stigma, like you said, of, you're wrong and things like that.
Yeah.
I just can't even imagine how it shaped everything.
Bobby Campbell, who was actually considered himself the poster child of AIDS, was Sister Florence Nightingale. RN. Yeah, since she was a registered nurse, and she was one of the people who was coming out and saying, like, taking pictures of her KS, her Kaposi sarcoma, and posting it on the wall at the, I almost said the Walgreens, at the local pharmacy, which is now a Walgreens.
True.
But saying, like, this is what is going on. Are you having this too? So they were really kind of ground zero for a lot of community care.
I was going to say the sisters in San Francisco were doing AIDS fundraisers before there was even a word for AIDS.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Back when they were calling it gay cancer and so, back in those days, the beginning of the order, by the time AIDS hit the United States, there were just a small handful of sisters left alive.
Yeah. They went from somewhere between 30 to 40 sisters in 82 to 6 in 86.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
That is a really startling fact.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you guys have a huge event coming up. It's the Red Dress Ball for World AIDS Day.
That's right.
Tell everyone about that and what that entails and where that is and all that fun stuff.
So this year it's going to be November 30th at Cocktails, St. Pete.
Oh, wonderful.
Red Dress Ball was something that the sisters started originally, right?
Yes.
Back in...
famously, Dianne Feinstein.
She's got all this historic stories.
Famously, Dianne Feinstein, when she was in San Francisco in elected office, she was raised in all-girls Catholic school. And apparently when she met the sisters, she wanted nothing to do with them. She said that when I see them, I see red. And so we threw a red dress ball in her honor.
And it continues to this
Oh my
day.
goodness,
Yeah,
that
and
is
it's something that
great.
the sisters do almost worldwide, across the houses.
So in St. Petersburg this year, everyone who wants to come, wear a red dress. It's going to be a fundraiser for all the local HIV/AIDS providers
Oh, that's great.
in the
Okay.
area, and it's going to be a hell of a time. Last year
Yeah.
was a party.
Yeah, and the theme is Saturnalia,
Saturnalia.
which
Okay,
is
what
like
is
a
that?
pagan Roman holiday celebrating the god Pan, who was the god of fertility.
Oh.
You catch my drift.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah, come dressed and ready to have a good time.
It sounds really fun. And you guys have a couple other big events coming up.
Yes. So we have 2 balls dropping. So there's the red dress ball. And then
Right.
in September, on the 21st of September, there's the witches ball.
Okay.
That's going to be at Spookeasy in Ybor.
Oh, okay.
The witches ball, costume contest,
We've been told no Elphaba.
or Glinda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those might be taken. But any other witch you want to come as,
Okay.
even if that witch is just yourself, come that
Okay.
way. Yeah. A lot of the Tampa Bay sisters, we're very goth.
Okay.
We're all just freaking witches.
Right.
My daughter's name is Novice Sister Toilin Trouble, for
Oh,
example.
I love that.
So
Okay.
we love witchy things.
Yes.
Yes.
And if you ever been to the Spookeasy, it's like haunted in there.
I had never heard of it.
Yeah,
have
I
you
have
been
never
there?
been there before.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we need to definitely go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
for sure.
Next to Disco Pony.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I've heard
Or
of Disco
the-
Pony. I
next
have not
to
been
the
there.
old
That's the
sacred-
old Southern Nights or no?
Disco
Yeah.
Pony is, used to
Okay.
be Southern.
Okay. Gotcha.
Next to the hallowed grounds of the old bathhouse in Ybor.
Oh,
Which
okay.
burned down famously twice.
Oh, okay.
Once during COVID.
Sounds very suspicious.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the other event we have coming up is the Fairy Crawl. It used to be a fairy ball,
Okay.
but we have enough balls. three balls is maybe too many.
Okay. Gotcha.
But we're turning it into a pub crawl this year. So it's another costume contest type event in St. Pete. It's going to be up and down Central Avenue in St. Pete. That's September 14th. Fundraiser also for our house.
Okay.
Last year we had a lot of sexy little fairies running around. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I've personally been ironing my loincloth for this one.
Wow. You guys have some really, really fun events coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We're
exciting.
Always cooking up something weird and dumb.
And so people that want to get information on these events, it's all on your website?
Yeah.
Yes.
TampaBaySisters.com.
Okay.
You can find us, Tampa Bay Sisters, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Awesome.
That might be it. Maybe Pinterest.
So I didn't want to interrupt the story earlier, but I did want to ask you, how long have you guys been best friends?
Many, many thousands
You
of
invited
years.
me on a shrooms trip, literally.
Wow. We're
She
giving that story.
She said, in a dream, I was told to invite you on this shrooms trip.
Oh,
That must have been around
interesting.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a while.
So you guys just instantly clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. And then you met, how did you meet? Through mutual friends? Or?
I was going to a shout out to the old volleyball gays. I was going to a gay volleyball on Thursdays.
fun.
It was a
Yeah.
nice little rec league. And I met his husband, and I was invited over for a watch party of, I think,
American
Horror Story. Yeah.
God.
And that was so long ago. Goodness.
Yeah.
And yeah, I walked in, I saw her altar. She told me she was a witch. I said, oh, okay. We're friends now.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
The rest is history.
So if you wanted maybe any final words to leave with the audience today, what would you want to put out into the universe?
Ooh, into the whole universe?
Yes.
I would say to all your listeners and those watching, you are hereby blessed to live your life free of guilt and shame. Live your life as you wish, harming no one, in peace and love. Anything else?
And you are sacred just as you are.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm just taking in that energy. That was
Love
wonderful.
that.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for that
Can
blessing.
you imagine being a sister 24/7? It's so grounding.
The energy that you both have is very grounded. It's very impressive. I love it. Yeah,
It was
it's
not
so
that
great.
way while I was getting ready.
Well, you wouldn't know that now.
Thank you so much.
Paul, any other questions or anything else?
No. If you would like to be a guest on the Skittle Squad podcast or like to be an advertiser, you can reach us at contact@theskittlesquad.com.
Thank you both for spending your time with us this afternoon. We really appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
For everyone watching, definitely please follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and please, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. It makes a difference. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.